everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Tiana here, and in today's video it's going to be my October favorites. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe the month of October has flew by so fast, and also the whole entire year has flown by so fast. So if you guys want to see those October favorites, then I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. So this month I have been trying quite a few new products, and I always wanted to try to sit down and do a haul video, but every time I sat down to film it, something was off, the lighting was off, something was just off, my batteries were dying. So I just decided to just try out the products for the entire month and then get back on here and do a favorites video for you guys. So the first product that I wanted to mention that I have been loving for this month is the Black Opal Deluxe finishing powder, and this is the oil control formula. And I really love this powder. It's pretty much just a setting powder, baking powder, whatever you want to call it. You can use it to set your entire face. As you can see, it's just a loose powder. You can use it to set your entire face. You can use it to highlight. If you get the correct shade, you can use it to bake your concealer. You can pretty much use this for anything. And I like the fact that it's oil control, so that way it will help control those oils, because I am an oily girl, so this will definitely help you. And I have not tried a whole bunch of products by Black Opal, but I really want to try some more after trying this one. They do cater to darker skin girls like myself, so if that is you, then definitely try some of these products out. They do have some lighter skin tone things, so I want to try this powder in like a lighter shade, that way it can set my concealer with it. But I've been loving it to apply underneath my contour to just help brighten up the lower half of my face where I experience some darker areas. So I use it for that, and I have been loving it. It was only $9.99 at my local beauty supply store. That was the only place I could find that. I don't think Walmart or Walgreens or places like that carry this product, so you may have to go to like a beauty supply store or a hair store or something like that to find it. So the next product that I wanted to mention that I've been loving is the CoverGirl Queen Bronzer, and this is in the color Ebony Bronze. Now, some of my foundations have been coming up a little bit lighter, especially since it's like the fall and winter time. So some of the colors of my foundations have been kind of changing as my skin color is changing, of course. So sometimes I need to warm up certain foundations. So I was looking for a bronzer or a powder that was just dark, so I could just use it to kind of like contour or just warm up my skin. It was really hard to find, so I finally ran into this one, and it has some reddish pinkish undertones, which I was a little bit skeptical about at first, but I have been loving it. Once you blend it in around the perimeter and around like your cheekbones and just some of the areas that you want to warm up, it just works perfectly. So this is the shade Ebony Bronze, and this is, I want to say, like the darkest shade that they have in this bronzer, because at first when I noticed the reddish undertones, I was like, oh, I need to go try to find something with like some yellow undertones. But it works perfectly, especially if you're going to be using it to warm up your skin. So I went to MAC this month, and I've never bought anything from MAC. So this was my first purchase from MAC, and I bought two of the products that I had been really wanting to try, and one of them was the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Of course, I've been hearing everybody talk about this product so long here on YouTube for years, and I just never tried it. So I finally decided to get it, and I'm in the shade NW40, and I just love everything about this concealer. I love how thick, how creamy it is, how well it doesn't crease, how well it lasts. It's just amazing. And it also has a pump, so that's a little bit different than what I'm used to. I'm used to like a wand application, but it's not that bad. I just pump a little bit on the tip of my finger, and you really don't need a whole bunch of this concealer. You just need just a one pump can get both of your under eye circles. So, and I usually just kind of spread it to my forehead and my chin area as well, just with one small little dot. So I really like that about it, and I think this will last quite some time. I don't know, but hopefully it will, because I want to say it was about 18 to 20 bucks. So it's pretty kind of more expensive than what I'm used to, because I usually get drugstore concealers, but this is definitely a big difference from that. So I'm definitely looking forward to using this and excited about it. So the next product from them that I also have been loving this month is the MAC Extended Play Lash Mascara, and I have been really wanting to try this after I've been seeing it on Jaclyn Hill's channel, and she's just always talking about the MAC Giga Black Lash, which I think is the same thing. If I'm not sure, I really think it's the same thing, because it looks like the exact same packaging. I could be wrong though. and I just really love the wand of this. It's short, but it is very thin. The bristles are very separated, so you can have a lot of control over getting the nice separation that you want in your lashes. So I really love this mascara, and I think that it definitely will last some time. I don't know how much product comes in this for 20 something dollars, but I hope that it will last quite some time because I definitely want to get as much use out of this as I can. So recently I started trying the Revolution line that they have at Ulta. They have some palettes, some blushes, some lip products, and I've bought 2 of their palettes, and let me just say I really love this line. I don't know anything about them except that it is apparently in London. So I just love it. It reminds me a lot of like Revlon, the way the lettering is and everything, but it is a Revolution, Makeup Revolution London, and this is the Ultra Blush palette, and it is in, or this, the front says it's the Ultra Blush palette, but on the back it says the Ultra Bronze palette. So I don't know if they kind of like mistyped this particular palette. Hopefully it was just this one, but this is the Ultra Bronze palette, and this is in the color All About Bronzed. And I love their packaging. I love how just sleek and reflective it is, and I also just love these shades. Now obviously I won't be able to bronze with these shades particularly, but I can definitely use these for highlight, and I just love them for that reason. And I have been using this shade and this shade here for highlight. Most of the time, if I want like a deeper highlight, I will go with the more golden shade in here, and sometimes when I'm just going for an everyday highlight, I will go with this more baked shadow here. But I also use this shade here to help set my concealer, which works amazingly. I did not think that I would be able to use this palette for setting my concealer, but it definitely works. So I've been able to get quite a few different uses out of this palette, and I really love the highlight shades. I feel like the golden shade really comes up on my skin and it looks really well. So I swatched both of the shades here, and this one here is the golden shade, and as you can see, it looks very nice and just really nice shimmery on my hand. And the one next to it is the more kind of montage of different colors, that pinky shade. So this one's definitely more of an everyday kind of subtle highlight if you don't want too much, but you still want to have a little bit of highlight going on. That's the one that I use for that. So I've just really been loving this palette, and it was only $10. So the next product is also another palette by them, and I know I've mentioned this, I've hauled it here on my channel before, but I don't know if I mentioned it in a favorites video. But this is the Ultra Cover and Concealer palette, and this is in the shade Medium Dark. And I love this one because I use it many different ways as well. As you can see, I've pretty much almost hit pan on this shade because I use this for contouring. This is pretty much the only drugstore palette that I could find that has a very dark contouring shade for my skin tone. Besides the NYX palette, I think has a great shade, but I really love this, and I use some of these shades, just a combination of these 3 shades here, to highlight around my brow bone area or to conceal some dark spots on my face. And these shades I kind of stay away from because they are a little bit too light for me, but I don't know, I may find something to use these for, like maybe priming my eyes or something like that. But I just love these palettes, and both of these were $10 at Ulta, so you really cannot beat it. The next product that I wanted to mention is a lip product, and this is the Maybelline Deepest Cherry 420, and this is from their ColorSensational line, but it's a new shade. And I used this in a recent makeup tutorial, and it's just this really deep red shade, pretty much like it says a deep cherry. And I just really love this for the fall and winter months. I think it looks very good on dark skinned girls, so definitely try out this new shade from Maybelline. So I've been on morphebrushes.com recently because I have been ordering some things off of there. I really wanted to try some of their products, and I decided to just go on and order some things. However, it did take about 2 weeks for me to get my products, so that was kind of a bummer, but I am so happy with the products that I did get. So I'm just going to be sharing them with you, the favorites that I liked so much. And one of the favorite items that I've been loving for the month of October is this Morphe Brushes palette, and this is the 35W palette. So I have been really wanting to try this Morphe palette, and I really wanted to try the 350 palette, but that one's probably going to be out of stock for the entire year. So I got this one instead, and this one is definitely really great to work into the fall and winter months. And it has pretty much everything you could use. You can do some smoky eyes, you can do some neutral shadows, you can do just quite a few fall looks. It has a nice burnt orange right here. So I love this palette and I cannot wait to recreate some more eye looks with it. The next product that I recently picked up from Morphe that I have been loving for this month is the Morphe MV31 Angled Kabuki brush. And I love this brush. I got it on sale, so I want to say it was about $7, $9. It was something like that. And I really have been wanting to try out some of their brushes because I've been hearing such good things about all of their brushes. So I wanted to try this one out, and I have been using it every day for foundation. It applies my foundation so well. So I've really been loving it for that. It's so thick, so soft, so dense, and it's just like so many bristles. And I just love it so much. It just applies my foundation flawlessly. I imagine you could use it for different things. You could probably use it to bronze up your face, and I don't know what else, but you can probably use it for other things, but I just love it for my foundation. So the next product that I wanted to mention is a foundation, and when I tell you guys I have been loving this foundation. This is the SmashBox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation, and I picked this up from Ulta, and I have been wanting a foundation that was fuller coverage, longer lasting, and I definitely found it in this. This is the shade 4.2. This was the darkest shade in this Studio Skin line, so if you're a little bit darker than me, you might find a little bit difficulty trying to find this shade, but I love this foundation, and if you can get your hands on it, definitely try it out. It definitely lasts a good 10 to 12 hours, so I'm not exactly sure about 15, but it definitely lasts quite some time, and I love it because it has a pump on it. The perfect match for my skin. I am wearing it today, so you can just definitely tell how fuller coverage it is, and I just love it. So definitely try this out if you can. So my next favorite item is a perfume, and I'm not too big on perfumes. I have a few, but I have more Victoria's Secret type perfumes. I'm not too big on luxury perfumes, but I have this one, and this is the Microcores Rose Radiant Gold perfume, and I hauled this a few months ago, but I have really been loving this perfume. I've been trying not to use it all up, but it just smells so good. And this is the 3.4 fluid ounces, so this is the bigger size bottle of this perfume. However, I do think they have a smaller bottle of this if you do want to try it. My husband got this for me from Ulta, so I'm not exactly sure about the price, but I will recommend not getting the small perfume sprays because those are about 30 bucks. So you might as well just go ahead and try to invest in maybe the next size down from this if you want to try out this perfume or any perfume from Ulta. But I have been loving this. If you're a person that's into florals, especially roses, then I definitely recommend this for you. And I love the packaging. The packaging is just life. When I saw this packaging, I was just like, oh my gosh. And it came in a really nice box as well, so I'm a sucker for really great packaging, and I love this. So definitely try this if you're looking for a new floral smelling perfume. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for my October favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe so you won't miss any more of these awesome videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.